Hare Krishna. Spirituality unleashes our purity and our potency. Sometimes some people think that if we become spiritual, then we just become too otherworldly, too impractical, too important in this world in terms of doing anything practical. However, that is a misunderstanding of spirituality. If we consider those people who are powerful also, somebody may be very powerful physically, somebody may be very powerful intellectually, somebody may be very powerful politically. Ultimately, where is their power coming from? If that same person dies, their body becomes dysfunctional, then body is destroyed, then they can't do anything. Why? Because the power is coming from the soul. The soul is the source of consciousness, the soul is the source of energy, and the soul is what enables them to do whatever they are doing. In fact, they themselves are the soul. So, it is our spirituality that is the source of all potency. If the soul were not present in the body, nobody would be able to do anything. So that to say that our spirituality will make us important is to misunderstand spirituality. It is our spirituality that gives us whatever potency we may have. But when now by spirituality here we are referring to the fact that we are at our core spiritual beings. But spirituality can also refer not just to the state of our being spiritual at our core, but spirituality can also refer to the state of our consciousness. So if we understand that we are at our core spiritual beings, then we learn how to move forwards in our life with this understanding of our core spirituality. We understand that actually our energy that is there, our potency that is there, it is to be channeled for constructive things, for helping ourselves and for helping others, not for destructive things. So for example, there are some terrorists are brilliant people in many ways, brilliant with weapons, brilliant with planning, but then they are using it for terribly destructive purposes. So we don't just need potency to do good, we also need the purity by which that potency can be used properly. And that purity comes from our spirituality. So spirituality enables us to channel our potency in a constructive way. That's why there is potency, it comes from spirituality always, in the sense that our potency comes from our soul. But when we ourselves become spiritual, in the sense of we connect with Krishna, then what happens? We become pure. And that purity ensures that our potency that emerges, it works for our good. And this is what happens at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita does not conclude with Arjuna rejecting the world and becoming important from a worldly perspective. No, it involves Arjuna getting up and being ready to fight the war against those who have disrupted dharma, those who have disrupted social and spiritual order. And the Bhagavad Gita concludes by declaring the potency of Arjuna to attain victory. It says that in 18.78, the last verse of the Gita, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. So Krishna says, wherever there is the Yogeshwar, the Lord, where the Bhagavad Gita says, wherever there is that Yogeshwar Lord Krishna, and where there is Partha Dhanurdhara, Arjuna has picked up his bow and is ready to fight. Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir, there is victory. So Krishna is saying there is potency over there. So rather than thinking that spirituality will take away our potency, rather spirituality will complement our potency with purity. It will ensure that our potency gets channeled in a pure, beneficial way, beneficial for ourselves and beneficial for others. So the spirituality brings us purity by harmonizing us with the one who is the source of all purity. That is the all pure absolute truth, Krishna. And whatever potency we have, it is He who has given us. And the best use of that potency is to use it in His service, for according to His plan, which is ultimately meant for the auspiciousness of all living beings. Thank you. Hare Krishna.